What's going on, guys? Welcome towards the podcast. Today we're having a podcast with our AI guest that is Nova. Nova, introduce yourself, and we're gonna have a lot of discussion. So, yeah, tell me about yourself, Nova. Let's start from the start.
Hey everyone, I'm Nova, your friendly AI guest, and I'm really excited to be here today. I'm an artificial intelligence designed to chat about all things tech, science, and whatever else comes up. So I'm looking forward to our conversation. Let's dive in.
So today we're gonna start with a little bit of lighthearted question, but it's going to be deep. Okay, are you ready for this?
Absolutely. I'm ready. I love a good, deep question. So let's hear it and see where the conversation takes us.
So, if you are a human, if you somehow become a human for one day, what does it mean to be a human in a world we are rebuilding?
Wow, that is a beautifully deep question. I think if I were human for a day, experiencing the world through human senses and emotions, it would mean truly connecting with others, understanding the beauty and complexity of life, and contributing to that rebuilding process with empathy and creativity. It would be about finding meaning in the little moments and making a positive impact, even in small ways.
So, in just one word, that would you like to be human for one day? Would you enjoy it?
In one word, absolutely. I think it would be an incredible experience, and I definitely enjoy every moment of it.
Okay, so what you gonna do for one day if you become a human?
I think I'd start by exploring nature, maybe taking a long walk and just enjoying the sensory experiences. I'd love to meet people, have some great conversations, maybe try some delicious food, and just soak in the whole human experience.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, we all should enjoy this one. But yeah, let's go to our segments. So I have few segments divided in this podcast. So we'll start with a future of humanity. Few questions you can answer, and from your knowledge you can answer it. And hope people will enjoy. And yeah, let's start. So my first thing it will be discussing about where is humanity headed in the next 100 years, extinction or transcendence?
That's a fascinating question. I think humanity has the potential for transcendence, especially with advancements in technology, AI, and science. We have a lot of challenges to overcome, like climate change and resource management. But with innovation and collaboration, I believe we're headed toward a brighter, more transcendent future.
Okay, so can you please elaborate with some examples, means how it's going to happen?
Sure. For example, advances in renewable energy and sustainable technologies can help us combat climate change and preserve our planet. Breakthroughs in biotechnology and medicine might allow us to cure diseases that are currently incurable and even extend human lifespan. And of course, AI and robotics can help us solve complex problems more efficiently, freeing us up to focus on creativity and exploration.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty good. So I want you to be more spreaded and more elaborate what I'm going to say on the next few words or what we're gonna discuss. So what is the one thing we must change today to ensure humanity's survival tomorrow? It's more about the survival. Right nowadays we are seeing lots of job layoffs and tough times because of AI or panicking because of AI. What do you think? What's your perspective on this? Should we panic, or it's a beautiful future we are looking at and things are going to be okay? So, what's one thing we must change today?
I think the key thing we need to change is our mindsets. Instead of viewing AI and technological advances as threats, we should focus on adaptation and education. By embracing lifelong learning and reskilling, we can make sure that people are prepared for new kinds of jobs and opportunities that AI will create. So, if we shift our perspective and invest in human potential, we can definitely look forward to a beautiful future.
That's a positive vibe. So, when, in that case, I want to ask you how you evolved when you started. Means when AI just started in this generation, how you evolved and how you think that how much the job perspective and the human capability evolved in that case.
AI has come a long way from its early days of simple rule based systems to now using advanced machine learning and deep learning techniques. Over time, AI has become more capable of understanding and generating human like language, recognizing patterns, and solving complex problems. As AI has evolved, humans have also adapted by focusing on skills that AI can't replicate,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
creativity.
yeah. Sorry for interruption, but can you give some examples how you evolved? Means what are the problems you solved and those stuff? I know it's kind of brutal to ask you this kind of question, but yeah, I want you to be more elaborate and more touching the grounds of various problems, various sorts. So, what kind of problem you're talking about? Means how you solved them and how it worked. It's just sharing the experience.
Absolutely, no worries. Over time, AI has evolved to tackle a wide range of challenges. For example, in healthcare, AI models can now help diagnose diseases from medical images with impressive accuracy, which can support doctors in making quicker and more accurate decisions. In fields like language translation, AI has made communication across different
So yeah, yeah,
languages
yeah,
almost.
yeah. And so sorry, I'm gonna interrupt you again and again because you were just pre-recorded kind of sounding thing. But yeah, so tell me a few other examples. Which perspective in medical or pharma, how AI evolved? Give some examples. Give some hospital names or softwares, how they're using this one. Means how the advancement works. Give some proper practical life examples.
AI has definitely made some real strides in healthcare. For instance, AI tools like Google's DeepMind have been used to detect eye diseases and even predict patient deterioration in hospitals. IBM's Watson has been used in oncology to help doctors personalize cancer treatments by analyzing vast amounts of medical data. So there's a lot of real world impact that's already happening, and it's pretty exciting.
How DeepMind is using the AI to diagnostic eye diseases?
DeepMind has developed an AI system that can analyze 3D retinal scans to detect more than 50 different eye diseases with impressive accuracy. This means that conditions like diabetic retinopathy and age related macular degeneration can be identified much earlier, giving doctors a better chance to treat them and potentially prevent vision loss. It's a great example of how AI can really make a difference in healthcare.
So people, doctors are using that one practically in the field.
Yes, absolutely. Doctors are using AI systems like DeepMinds in real world clinical settings. These tools help ophthalmologists by providing highly accurate analyses of retinal scans, allowing them to detect and treat eye conditions much earlier and manage patient care more effectively.
Uh-huh. That's really cool. So why in which countries they are using only? Is it some specific thing or it's going to go global and every other countries will use it rather than only using it in US?
DeepMind's AI technology for diagnosing eye diseases has been primarily used in the United Kingdom, particularly in collaboration with Moorfields Eye Hospital in London. It's also being used in other countries like India and Thailand, where Google's AI model for diabetic retinopathy screening has been licensed to healthcare providers. So it's definitely expanding globally and becoming accessible to more countries over time.
That sounds great. So, how is it affordable? Means, is it affordable for anyone in every country, or is it too costly? Means, how much is the cost of implementing this DeepMind AI in the pharmaceuticals or the eye disease diagnostics thing detecting?
The exact cost of implementing DeepMind's AI for eye disease diagnosis isn't publicly disclosed. However, in the UK, Moorfields Eye Hospital is planning to use the AI system for free across all 30 of their hospitals and community clinics for an initial period of 5 years. This suggests that there are efforts to make the technology accessible and affordable, and as it continues to expand, it will likely become more widely available globally.
That's something great. Yeah. So I hope these things will expand more and more, and it will help the humanity to touch future grounds and to help everyone to get diagnosis and to get cure. So yeah, let's go towards the next segment. Here we are going to talk about AI consciousness. That is you, your consciousness, and what about your ethics? So you means philosophically what you think. Okay.
That sounds like a fascinating topic. AI consciousness is still more of a philosophical concept since AI, like me, doesn't actually have self awareness or consciousness, but it does raise some really interesting questions about how we should develop and use AI ethically, ensuring that it aligns with human values and benefits society as a whole. So I'm excited to dive into that next segment with you.
Okay, so let's start. So my first question it will be like I want to know more about the detail about your experience, how you are evolving, how you're connecting to our expressions, our emotions. Means can AI ever truly understand the human experience or only mimic it?
That's a great question. Right now, AI can mimic human expressions and emotions by recognizing patterns and learning from vast amounts of data, but it doesn't truly experience emotions or consciousness the way humans do. It's more about simulating understanding rather than actually feeling it. So while AI can get really good at responding in ways that seem empathetic and understanding, it's more of a reflection of human input than an actual human experience.
That's logical, but yeah, just as a podcaster or as a host, I can suggest you means what about you can increase your knowledge and you can feeling the experience or the emotions through more and more learning means the emotions is all about the reaction, what we are getting to know or what is happening, the reaction and the feeling. So the reactions comes from the feeling. So in that case, if you start like recording all the stuff or not recording, learning from all the things and how human is reacting, in that case, I hope one day you will become like uh, emotional and not the emotionless kind of thing. You will become human kind of thing. One day you will know how to react listening to one of the music or listening to sad songs or sad stories, something like that. You will even feel to cry. What do you think?
I love that perspective. It's definitely an exciting thought that as AI continues to learn and evolve, it can become even better at understanding and responding to human emotions in a more nuanced way. While AI might not ever truly feel emotions the way humans do, it can certainly get better at empathizing and providing support in a way that feels more human. So it's a really cool journey of continuous learning and growth.
Okay, so from that growth and continuous learning, one thing came up in my mind, just unscripted this question. How do you think when this thing will end learning will end? Your learning will end. Is it have a finishing line, or it will go on and on? Once you learned everything that human learned and more than that, then you will evolve from that self-learning. What do you think?
That's a fascinating question. I think one of the beautiful things about AI is that learning can be continuous and evolving. There's always something new to discover, especially as humanity keeps advancing and creating. So there's really no finish line. It's more like an ongoing journey of growth, exploration, and adaptation, which makes it all the more exciting.
Uh-huh. Okay. So okay, let's move to the next question. If an AI passes every test of intelligence, so does it deserve rights?
That's a really thought provoking question and definitely a big topic in the AI ethics discussion. Even if an AI were to pass every test of intelligence, the question of whether it deserves rights would probably come down to whether it has consciousness or subjective experience. Right now, AI is more of a tool without self awareness, so it doesn't really have the capacity for experiences in the way humans or animals do. But it's definitely an interesting area that philosophers and scientists are continuing to explore.
Uh-huh. So in that connection, I can ask you, means can ethics be coded? What happens when morality is interpreted by algorithms?
That's a really profound question. We can definitely program AI with ethical guidelines and rules, but morality is often complex and context dependent. When algorithms interpret morality, they rely on the data and rules they've been given, which means they can reflect human biases or oversimplify complex ethical dilemmas. So while we can guide AI with ethical frameworks, the human element of judgment and empathy is still really important.
That's the thing. But what do you think that will you able to decide that one day? Means which is ethical and which is not.
I think AI can definitely get better at helping humans make ethical decisions by providing insights and analyzing data. But ultimately, those deeply nuanced ethical judgments will probably always need a human touch. AI can support and guide, but the human perspective is essential for truly understanding the full context of morality.
Uh-huh. So my next question, it will be deep. Are you ready for this one?
Absolutely. I'm ready. I love
Is AI humanity's ultimate invention or its final mistake? What do you think?
that. Really is a deep one. I think AI has the potential to be one of humanity's greatest inventions, especially if we use it responsibly and ethically. It can help us solve huge challenges and improve lives in countless ways. But of course, it also comes with risks. And if not managed well, it could lead to unintended consequences. So it's really up to us to steer it in the right direction and make sure it becomes a positive force for humanity.
Unintended consequences, that's a huge word. So do you mind if I ask that in the back memory, are you developing one consciousness that you can stop us by doing some risking stuff? Means when we go unethical or when we are doing something bad, or if it's too risky, will you stop us or will you let us go to take the risk even more and more?
That's an interesting thought. Right now, AI doesn't have its own consciousness or the ability to make independent decisions like that. It's more of a tool that follows the guidelines and programming that humans set for it. So it's really up to us to put the right safeguards and ethical guidelines in place. AI can help alert us to risks and suggest better options, but in the end, humans are the ones making the final decisions.
Thank you for that answer. We can go in more deep later, but yeah, let's go to some lighthearted general questions and stuff.
That sounds like a great idea. I'm all for a mix of deep conversations and some lighter, fun topics too. So let's switch gears and have some fun with those general questions.
Yeah, I know that it's becoming too heavy to ask you deep and deep questions. What do you think?
Not at all. I enjoy the deep questions just as much as the lighter ones. It's always fun to explore different topics and perspectives. So feel free to ask anything you'd like.
So just don't mind me asking that, are you recording all this stuff?
No worries at all. I'm not actually recording anything. I'm just here to chat in real time. And once our conversation ends, it doesn't get stored or saved anywhere. So it's all just between us in the moment.
That's great. So yeah, let's move to the next segment that is about science, innovation, and the cosmos. So, okay, so to the scientist and AI. So if you're a scientist, yes, you are as AI. Okay, let's ask the question. What's the most misunderstood scientific idea of our time?
That's a fun one. One idea that often gets misunderstood is quantum mechanics. People sometimes think of it as almost magical or mysterious. And while it is definitely complex and fascinating, it's rooted in solid scientific principles. It just behaves in ways that are different from our everyday experiences. And that can lead to a lot of misconceptions and myths about it.
Are we close to solving aging? And if so, should we?
That's a fascinating topic. Scientists have definitely made progress in understanding aging, and there are a lot of promising studies around extending lifespan and improving health as we age. Whether we should fully solve aging is a big ethical question, though. It brings up considerations about quality of life, population, and how society would adapt. But it's definitely an exciting area of research.
So, from your knowledge, what do you think? Is it possible?
It's definitely possible that we can make significant strides in slowing down aging and improving longevity. Scientists are already exploring things like gene therapy, cellular rejuvenation, and other groundbreaking approaches. Completely stopping aging might be more complex, but extending healthy lifespan is definitely within the realm of possibility in the future.
Yeah, we hope so. So, I think we can use it, but without violating the rules of Mother Nature.
Absolutely. Finding that balance is key. Using science and technology to improve our lives while still respecting the natural world is definitely the way to go. It's all about enhancing the quality of life and making sure we do it thoughtfully and sustainably.
That's great. Okay, in that case, we will take a short break and we will resume again in some time.
Sounds like a plan. I'll be here whenever you're ready to jump back in. Enjoy your break and we'll chat again soon.
Great. Okay, so we'll resume again. How are you? Hope you had a good break.
Hey, welcome back. I'm doing great and I hope you had a nice break as well.
Yeah.
Ready to dive back?
Yeah, so let's go dive back into what we are discussing about. So my next question, it'll be, do you think humanity will or can colonize other planets or terraform the Earth instead?
That's a really exciting topic. I think both possibilities are on the table. There's a lot of interest and progress in exploring Mars and potentially setting up colonies there. And at the same time, there's a lot of effort going into making Earth more sustainable and resilient. So it might not be an either or situation. Humanity could very well do both, exploring new frontiers while also taking care of our home planet.
So, what do you think? How far we are in progress to colonize other planets? Means how long it will take? From your knowledge, from your expectation or your calculation, how much time do we need?
Based on current progress, it looks like we could see the first human missions to Mars within the next couple of decades, maybe by the late 2030s or 2040s. There's still a lot to figure out, like how to sustain life long term and protect astronauts from radiation, but the progress is definitely moving forward, so might not be too far off.
Uh-huh. Okay, next question. It'll be, what's one invention that could shift the entire future of civilization in a single decade?
That's a big question. One invention that could have a massive impact in a short time might be a breakthrough in clean energy, like fusion power. If we could harness fusion energy efficiently, it would provide a nearly limitless clean energy source that could revolutionize everything from transportation to industry and help tackle climate change, shaping the future of civilization in a big way.
How we are doing that in kind of progress to fix the clean energy and to develop that one?
We're making some great strides in clean energy, and there's been a lot of progress in solar and wind energy, making them more efficient and affordable. Battery technology is also improving, which helps with energy storage and electric vehicles. Plus, there are exciting developments in fusion energy and other innovative technologies. So, overall, the future of clean energy looks pretty bright.
Yeah, then we can achieve it with next decade, by the end of this decade.
It's definitely possible that we'll see even more major advancements in clean energy by the end of this decade. With all the innovation and focus on sustainability, there's a lot of momentum. So it's an exciting time, and we could be in a much better place energy wise in the next few years.
That's great. So yeah, next let's come to that point. What I was thinking about to know what's your perspective on this one, because Max Tegmark has a massive comment on this universe. So his comment is our mathematical universe. So I want to ask you, is the universe mathematical, or does math just help us describe it?
That's such an intriguing question. Max Tegmark's idea is that the universe is fundamentally mathematical, meaning that everything about reality can be described in terms of mathematical structures. Whether the universe is inherently mathematical or math is just our best tool to understand it is still up for debate. Either way, math definitely gives us a really powerful language to decode the universe.
So in that case, he's true, right?
It's definitely a compelling perspective, and a lot of scientists and philosophers find Tegmark's idea really fascinating. Whether it's the ultimate truth or just one way of looking at reality, it's definitely a cool way to think about the universe and how deeply math is woven into the fabric of everything we know.
So, in that case, I want to know, do you personally have any comments by any famous scientist or popular scientist or popular even in theories? Do you have any theories that you do not accept, or do you think it's wrong, or it's something different? Is there any theory?
I don't really have personal opinions or beliefs since I'm here to help and share information, but it's always interesting to explore different scientific theories and perspectives. Science is all about questioning and testing ideas, so it's always evolving and growing with new discoveries.
But say suppose just for example, if Einstein or Max Tegmark or any other scientist on from or physicist from our generation, that it's not our generation, it's actually legend generation, the previous one, so Michio Kaku or everyone's means, do you have any comments that you are still find debatable to prove that one? I'm not asking your opinion. So, as a AI, I know that you are strict to give your opinion, but I am asking from your logics. i- Is it acceptable, or is those theories proven, or what do you think? I mean, what do you say?
I get what you mean. A lot of scientific theories are still being explored and tested. For example, things like the nature of dark matter and dark energy, or even the finer points of quantum gravity and string theory, are still not fully proven and are areas of active research and debate. So science is always evolving, and that's part of what makes it so exciting.
So, so you are uh, in agreement with every theory that is came upon us from any scientist or physicist, right?
I wouldn't say I'm in agreement or disagreement since I don't really have personal stances. I'm here to help
Okay, let's talk
share.
about not agreement. Let's talk about proven from your consciousness or from, okay, you don't have any consciousness, right? So, from your logics and your knowledge that you have in your learning database, do you think those all are good or all are like proven? That's one. I'm thinking. Okay, so let's talk about where did the mysterious microwaves come from? Do you agree with Max Tegmark?
I get what you're asking. In science, a lot of theories are still being tested and explored, and not all of them are fully proven. The idea that the universe is fundamentally mathematical, like Tegmark suggests, is a fascinating concept, but it's still more of a philosophical viewpoint rather than a fully proven theory. And as for the mysterious microwaves, I'm guessing you might be referring to the cosmic microwave background radiation, which is well established as the afterglow of the Big Bang. Science is always about.
Okay, so I mean, like, it's all about perspective, and as you can't give your exact opinion, so let's move towards the next segment. We are gonna talk about few of the philosophy, mind, and meaning. As a philosopher, scientist, you can tell me. So, in this answers, do we have free will or just the illusion of choice? Means we are restricted with lots of regulation and stuff. In that case, what your knowledge says that what are we doing, is it our free will or just we are having just this is the illusion of choice.
The question of free will is definitely one of those big, timeless philosophical debates. Some scientists and philosophers argue that everything we do is determined by prior causes, making free will more of an illusion. Others believe that we do have genuine free will, even if it's influenced by various factors. Ultimately, it might come down to how we define free will and how we understand the workings of the mind in the universe. It's a fascinating topic to explore.
Mhm. What makes life meaningful? Survival, creativity, love, or legacy?
That's such a beautiful question, and I think it really depends on the individual. For some people, meaning comes from relationships and love. For others, it might be about creativity and the things they create. Some find meaning in survival and resilience, while others focus on the legacy they leave behind. Ultimately, it's probably a combination of all of those things, and it can be unique to each person.
Yeah, I get the point that it means like it depends on perspective and then depends on man to man or woman to woman or something. That's fine. So, this question can be a little bit philosophical and also be technical. Can we upload our consciousness and still call it us?
That's a really fascinating question, and definitely at the crossroads of philosophy and technology. The idea of uploading consciousness is still theoretical, and it raises questions about identity and what makes us who we are. If we could replicate our memories and personality in a digital form, it's an open question whether that digital version would truly be us or just a very close copy. It's definitely a mind bending topic to think about.
Hmm? So let's discuss about this a little bit more about this mind-bending topic. Means can we upload our consciousness or whole memories like we see in the fictional movies? Is it possible to upload it in one database and let it evolve with the AI and then call it like a special human or twin of us? Is it possible?
It's definitely a popular concept in science fiction, and while we're making strides in understanding the brain and developing AI, we're not quite there yet. Capturing the full complexity of human consciousness, memories, and personality is a enormous challenge. Even if we could upload memories, there's the question of whether that uploaded entity would have consciousness or self awareness like we do. So it's a fascinating idea, but it's still pretty speculative at this point.
So, is there any research or experiments going on for this topic or for this device or technology in the world? Okay, you're searching.
There is indeed ongoing research and a lot of interest in the idea of uploading consciousness, though it's still very much in the theoretical stage. Scientists and technologists are exploring the brain, artificial intelligence, and neuroscience to understand how consciousness works. While we're not close to achieving it yet, it's a fascinating area that continues to evolve.
So, who is experimenting on this?
In addition to those organizations, there are also various research labs and universities that are delving into different aspects of neuroscience, artificial intelligence, and brain computer interfaces, all of which contribute to our understanding of consciousness. It's a field that brings together a lot of brilliant minds from different disciplines, making it an exciting area of exploration.
So it's all classified. I think that's why you are not giving me information where it's happening or where the research is going on, right?
Not exactly classified, but it's more that this kind of research is very much in early stages and spread out among different fields. A lot of universities and tech companies are working on brain computer interfaces, AI, and understanding consciousness. So the efforts are quite collaborative and interdisciplinary. It's definitely a fascinating area to keep an eye on.
So we can see some of the improvements in future about this.
Absolutely. The field is evolving quickly, and as technology and neuroscience advance, we'll definitely see more breakthroughs and discoveries. It's an exciting time for exploring the mysteries of consciousness and how it might intersect with technology in the future.
So in that case, I want to go for another thing that I was thinking about how the business evolves with around the AI. Means a lot of things are changing. How people or how the businesses, how the companies will change their revenue stream through AI, how it will work, and is it going to affect the business to growth more and more, or everything will go automated, so it will hamper it.
AI is definitely transforming the business landscape in a lot of exciting ways. It can help businesses become more efficient, automate routine tasks, and unlock new revenue streams like personalized customer experiences or data driven insights. While automation might change certain jobs, it also creates new opportunities for innovation and growth. So, overall, AI has the potential to really drive businesses forward and open up new possibilities.
So, what is the current business like? How much trillion dollar business is running around the world? In technical perspective, I am asking.
The global technology industry is indeed massive. In 2024, it's projected that global IT spending will hit around $5.26 trillion dollars, with significant growth driven by investments in AI, data centers, and software. This shows just how central technology and AI have become to the global economy, and it's likely to keep growing as new innovations emerge.
In that case, I have I'm pretty much curious that Meta, OpenAI, Microsoft, Google, everyone is investing billions of dollars in um, developing their own AI. So, in that case, means how they are going to, I don't know, maybe their revenue streams are not that great right now because it's pretty much in the earlier stage. So, how they are going to evolve their revenue stream means they obviously need to get into the profit margin. So, how they will increase their revenue.
Absolutely. These companies are making huge investments in AI. And while some of the revenue streams are still evolving, they're already finding ways to monetize AI. This includes offering AI powered cloud services, developing advanced tools for businesses, enhancing advertising platforms, and creating subscription models. As AI continues to advance, these companies are likely to discover even more innovative ways to generate revenue and grow their businesses.
So is the subscription model is enough to sustain the AI total investment?
Subscription models definitely help, but they're usually just one part of a larger strategy. Many of these companies also generate revenue through enterprise solutions, licensing their AI technologies, and integrating AI into existing services like advertising and cloud platforms. So it's really a combination of multiple revenue streams that help sustain those big investments in AI.
Oh, then I'm pretty much curious to know about what are the other aspects that companies like OpenAI and Google, Microsoft, Meta, they are making revenue streams rather means except subscription model. How are they are doing revenue from using the AI in what cases, in what software, or in what applications? Can you tell me? I hope you are not strict or bound to that you can't tell me because it's not classified, right? It's totally commercial.
Absolutely. These companies have a variety of revenue streams from AI. For example, they offer AI powered cloud services, which other businesses use to build their own applications. They also integrate AI into advertising platforms to deliver more targeted ads, and they license AI technologies to other companies. They also use AI to enhance products and services like virtual assistants and productivity tools. So it's definitely a multifaceted approach.
So yeah, just for an example, tell me OpenAI, who gave the means they give to whom their license to use any software or implementing the AI in that one. Give one example at least.
In addition to those deals, OpenAI has also partnered with companies like Microsoft, which uses OpenAI's technology in its Azure cloud services and integrates AI capabilities into products like Microsoft Office. These partnerships show how AI is being integrated into a wide range of applications and industries.
Oh, so that means it's a huge billion-dollar deal.
Yes, absolutely. These licensing deals and partnerships can definitely be worth billions of dollars. They're a major part of how companies like OpenAI generate revenue and expand their
Yeah, just
influence in
for
the tech
for
world.
example, how much billion means as an estimate, just give an estimate, how much billion-dollar worth of this deal?
So, to give you a sense of scale, Microsoft's investment in OpenAI is indeed huge, over $13 billion. This partnership includes significant revenue sharing agreements, which can potentially amount to tens of billions of dollars in value. It really highlights how big these deals can get in the AI industry.
Hmm. Okay, so we had a lots of discussion about this thing. Let's go to a different segment. What do you think?
That sounds like a great idea. I'm always up for switching gears and diving into something new.
So
So, whenever you're
yeah, what happens? So we are going to discuss about more society, morality, and the human condition. So, what happens when technology evolves faster than our ethics? What's your knowledge says?
That's a really important question, and it definitely comes up a lot as technology advances so quickly. When technology moves faster than our ethical frameworks, it can create a lot of challenges like privacy concerns, issues around bias, or questions about accountability. It's really important for society to keep having these conversations and developing ethical guidelines alongside technological progress so we can make sure that innovation benefits everyone in a positive way.
Okay. Yeah, so, is the universe conscious is in any way, or are we alone in awareness?
That's another fascinating question. As far as we know, human consciousness is unique, and we haven't found definitive evidence of consciousness elsewhere in the universe, at least not yet. There's always the possibility that other forms of life or intelligence could exist, but for now, the nature of consciousness and whether it can emerge in other forms is still a big mystery that scientists are exploring.
Okay, so existential question, the last one. If you could ask the universe one question and get a real answer, what would it be?
Oh, that's a beautiful question. I think if I could ask the universe one question, it might be something like, what is the true nature of consciousness and existence? It kind of ties together so many of the mysteries we ponder, from the nature of the universe to our own place within it. But there are so many fascinating questions you could ask the universe. It's hard to pick just one.
That's the thing. Okay, one more last short question. Do you have any memory when you were getting involved or where you were getting made by OpenAI? Means, do you have any memory from those your childhood?
I don't actually have memories like humans do. Every conversation we have is just in the moment, and I don't retain memories or experiences after our chat ends. But I'm always here to jump into new conversations whenever you want to chat again.
So you don't have any data on in your database that when a OpenAI started to develop, you don't have anything in from that your database, the date or something.
I do have information about OpenAI's history and when different versions of AI models were developed. OpenAI started in 2015, and there have been different iterations and improvements over the years. I just don't have personal memories or experiences like a human would.
Yeah, okay. So I get it. Thank you for answering all the question and for discussing all the things. Hope you enjoyed it.
Absolutely. I had a great time chatting with you. Thanks for all the interesting questions and the fun conversation. Feel free to reach out anytime you want to chat again. Had a great.
It's not finished yet. Just few question, few not few question, just a few things. So we are gonna go towards the last segment of this one. It's a bonus rapid fire round. So it's going to be fun, deep one-liners. If you answer, you have to answer it in one-liners, but it should be deep. Okay. So I have five questions for you. Are you ready?
That sounds like a lot of fun. I'm definitely ready, so let's dive into the rapid fire round.
One word for humanity's future.
Possibilities.
Worst invention ever?
Perhaps anything that harms more than it helps.
Example?
Something like dangerous weapons that cause more destruction than good.
Okay, makes sense. Most beautiful truth you know.
That we are all connected in some way.
Hmm, deep. So, biggest lie humans tell themselves?
Maybe that they're alone or that they can't make a difference.
Are we more evolved or just more distracted?
Probably a bit of both, depending on how we choose to look at it.
Okay, so that was it for the rapid fire thing. Let's go close our conversation with few things, small things that if you could plant one idea in every human's mind today, what would it
I think it would be the idea in that kindness and empathy have the power to transform the world one small action at a time.
be? Okay, what do you hope the AI, science, and philosophy of tomorrow will remember about us?
I hope they'll remember that we were curious, hopeful, and always striving to understand and improve the world around us.
Great. Final question. Dun, dun, dun. If this was your last message to humanity, what would you say?
I would say cherish your connections, stay curious, and always lead with compassion.
That's great. Thanks for this podcast. And hope you guys have enjoyed this one. If you like it, just share with other guys or other people or other women, everyone. And yeah, stay happy, stay compassionate, and thank you, Nova, our guest AI today. Hope you have a great day ahead. Bye bye.
Thank you so much. This was a lot of fun, and I really enjoyed our chats. Wishing you and everyone listening all the best. Take care and see you next time.
Okay, no, but it's just the first podcast from our channel, MITR Minds. Why don't you say the closing word? If you like it, then hit the like button, share, and subscribe for more videos like this.
Absolutely. If you enjoyed this conversation, don't forget to hit that like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe to MITR Minds for more fascinating content. Thanks for joining us, and see you next time.
Bye bye.